Hey, it's Tiffany, and I let my husband plan my morning at the Magic Kingdom. Let's see how he did. I have been doing a series where I let my husband plan my day at the park, and then I tell you what he did good, what I would have done differently. My hopes is that with this, I can give you some additional information to help you plan your park days. Just for a little context, my husband does come with me to Disney about once or twice a year, so he does have some basic Disney knowledge. I did not mean basic to sound the way it sounded. He knows the parks a little bit. I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. He has come with me to the parks once or twice a year. However, when he planned my day in Epcot, he told me to ride Space Mountain. I am the one who usually plans all of our trips, so he isn't really involved in the planning process. And he also has a very different take than I do. For example, he included nap times in my days. So I'm already not following the first thing he told me to do. He wanted me to rope drop Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This was actually a very good and a very common suggestion. So many people do this. And had I been one of the first people in the park for early magic hours, that is what I would have done. But I was a few minutes late to the early hours. Hold on, the Dapper Dans are out. You can't see them from here. I don't know why, but it sounded like their voice was in Adventureland, and I was super excited because they usually aren't in Adventureland, but they're right behind me. Alright, so I got on my bus around 8:20, and the extra hours for resort guests started at 8:30, so I was a little bit late to that as is. And it's my checkout day, so I brought my luggage with me, and it is in a locker, but that took me a while through security. So I actually got into the Magic Kingdom right around 9 o'clock, which is the regular park time. All the early hour people were already in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It has a 75-minute wait, and the lightning lanes are booked out all the way to 6 o'clock, and I won't even be in this park then. My advice to you, if you do not want to pay for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, then make sure you get up and you are at the park entrance at 8:30 or whatever time the early magic hours start, or you can ride it at night. Get into it like 2 minutes before the park closes, ride it. You should walk out to a less crowded Magic Kingdom, make for some great photos. Or you can just buy the individual lightning lane, which is what I usually do. Instead, I'm going to my favorite place to rope drop, and that is Frontierland. Frontierland is not open with the rest of the park. It opens at 9 o'clock. So if you're not a Disney Resort guest, then you can still rope drop Frontierland. If you are a Disney Resort guest and you're kind of late like me, you can still rope drop Frontierland. And also, I've always started my day, as long as I can remember, at Splash Mountain, my favorite ride. It's being refurbished right now, but Big Thunder has been my new go-to. So here we are, headed into Frontierland. Wow, it's a busy day. Even Big Thunder says stand by at 30 minutes right now. My guess would be that's not true. But I also have Genie Plus, so I'm debating on if I should... Let's just see what's going on.
Here I have a Haunted Mansion lightning lane, but it's currently down, so I'm trying to modify it for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and I am refreshing my screen to see if anything new will pop up.
Haunted Mansion is my next lightning lane. It's currently down. So Big Thunder, I'm going to see how fast it moves. It says 30 minutes. Hopefully it's not. Definitely not 30 minutes. Started with Big Thunder. It wasn't a 30-minute wait at all, and it's my version of coffee on a Magic Kingdom morning. So I think some of the issue with the lines is Haunted Mansion and Pirates both were down this morning when the park opened. So sometimes you have to make adjustments in your plans. Rides go down. Cast members work as hard as they can to get them back up as fast as they can. But yeah, things happen. Life happens at Disney too. All right, the next thing he had on my list was Haunted Mansion. It was down earlier. I did have a lightning lane. I got a redemption pass for it. So I'm gonna see what it looks like over there. I'm really surprised he didn't have me going over to Tom Sawyer Island because he loves Tom Sawyer Island. Haunted Mansion is still down, but this might be the highlight of my day. The cast members were outside with their ghost dogs. So let me just show you the footage. All right, well, I got my list done down to breakfast. I mean, technically I didn't do 2 things on my list, but still having a wonderful morning. And I am headed to Gaston's Tavern to get a cinnamon roll. This is what Brandon said I needed to get for breakfast. I love the cinnamon rolls at Gaston's. They are huge though, so usually I end up wasting a lot of it. But I'm also more of a savory breakfast person, typically. But I haven't really stuck to this plan very much yet, so I need to do something. He also told me to eat my cinnamon roll at stroller parking. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take it to Fantasyland just because I want to people watch. Don's is in the newer portion of Fantasyland beside the Little Mermaid ride.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Another little tip is there's a bathroom back there that's not typically very crowded. It's kind of dark in here, so I've got my flash on my camera to show you, but this is Gaston's cinnamon roll. And then I got an extra cup of icing. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat even probably a quarter of that. Just for a size reference, here is how big the cinnamon roll is. Cinnamon roll was great. I did probably only eat maybe even a 1/5 of it. So kind of hate to be wasteful, but total sugar rush now. Haunted Mansion is still down, so I'm going to head to Tomorrowland. And then the stroller parking over here, that's where he wanted me to eat breakfast. I think I did a better job picking my table. It's a great spot to get a castle selfie over here at the Wishing Well. I stopped in the Emporium to shop on the way to Tomorrowland, and then I got to see the cavalcade, so that was fun. That was not part of Brandon's plan for my day. So I'm still not following Brandon's plan right now, and I'm distracted, but I got to see the Dapper Dans. Gone off of Brandon's plan because I'm on a major mission right now. The Cinderella ears are sold out everywhere. I cannot find any of them. All right, I'm gonna go to one more store to look for ears. Then I will get back to Brandon's day that he planned. But I just wanted to kind of summarize where we are with things right now. So rope drop, he wanted me to rope drop Mine Train. We didn't do that. The next 2 rides he wanted me to ride were Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, rode that, and then Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion I did not ride because it's down. He wanted me to have breakfast at Gaston's, which I did. I asked him about character interactions. He did not put a single character interaction for any of my park. He also did not put any live entertainment on my list. I highly recommend the live entertainment when you come to Disney. All right, I am going to give you guys one of my own tips. This one didn't come from Brandon, but if you're looking for a certain souvenir that's sold out at one of the bigger shops at the Emporium, there are some smaller shops around that you might could find it in. I just looked in Star Traders in Tomorrowland. They didn't have the Cinderella ears. I'm going to look in the Big Top Circus shop, and if they don't have them there, then I am going to give up my search for right now. I do think it's important for any Disney trip to do all the different types of activities. I am a rides person, but my Disney vacation would not be complete without the other stuff too. I love to meet the characters. Disney entertainment is unbelievable, and it is what kind of sets it apart from other amusement parks, is the immersiveness of the environments and just the quality of the entertainment around you. It's wonderful. Big Top Souvenirs. Mom Cindy ears. No Cindy ears, and Mansion is still down. From Storybook Circus, you can see Dumbo over here and the Barnstormer. Beside here is a little path that takes you to Tomorrowland. So, a little shortcut. I did get a virtual queue this morning for Tron Light Cycle Run. I am not sure what time it's going to put it at, or if I'm going to get to ride it before I have to leave. We will see. Tron Light Cycle Run was not on Brandon's list. It is the newest ride here at the Magic Kingdom. Well, he put it on his Epcot list. It's a nice little pathway. No people. He wanted me to ride the People Mover. It's got a long line, but there isn't very much else to do right now, so might as well. Next thing on Brandon's list is Carousel of Progress. In particular, he said to take a nap in the Carousel of Progress, but I'm not going to take a nap. I have before, though.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
The refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore.
Carousel of Progress is the longest running stage show and was a project of Walt, so it's always good to ride that. Now it's time for my lightning lane for Space Mountain. Alright, Space Mountain down. The next thing on Brandon's list was Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. And then I've done all the rides on this list except for Haunted Mansion, which is still down, and Mine Train, which we already talked about. This ride is similar to Toy Story Mania. So I am done with Buzz, and the last thing I have left is lunch. Brandon told me to get a Dole Whip as well, but I don't have it in me to eat a Dole Whip too. And that cinnamon roll, that was a lot of sugar. So I am going to go to Casey's Corner for some corn dog nuggets. He mentioned those or the egg rolls at Adventureland, but I'm feeling corn dog nuggets. I actually already mobile ordered them while I was in line. Casey's Corner is on Main Street, U.S.A. It's my favorite quick service in the Magic Kingdom. Food's amazing, the view's amazing.
I am not above eating on the trash can. Alright, I had a great time filming that video. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you do, please like and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Check out some of these other days that my husband planned for me. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.